everybody. We are live. Welcome to the presentation of the finalists for the 13th annual Plutus Awards. I'm Joe Saul-Sehy from Stacky Benjamins, and my friend here below me from Money Seeds and the Money Show and representing the Plutus Awards. Miranda Marquit's here. How are you?
Hey, well, it's been a little bit crazy up in here as we're getting ready for the Plutus Awards, but the panelists are voting on the finalists right now, so I'll know who won soon.
I was going to say, even we don't know.
We
We
don't
don't know who's won. Nobody knows who's won, but we do know who the finalists are. We're about to present those today. And before we get to this, by the way, I want to talk about a couple things, Miranda. The very first one is the Plutus Awards is a way to help the Plutus Foundation. So can you say a couple words about the Plutus Foundation and also about our title sponsor?
Yes, definitely. So Plutus Foundation has a mission to bring voices and financial education and financial literacy to many communities. And so the whole point of the Plutus Foundation is to elevate those voices and elevate voices in independent financial media so we can talk about issues that we don't see a lot in the mainstream media. And so that's kind of what the Plutus Awards is all about, is recognizing those independent voices so that, we get a chance to hear these voices and these stories and these perspectives that we don't often see. And we're very pleased to have a partner in Capital Group. And Capital Group has been a great partner of ours for the last few years. And they support all sorts of the things that we do with the Plutus Awards, as well as other things we do with the Plutus Foundation. So we are super excited that Capital Group continues to be a great partner for us with the Plutus Awards and other things that we do at the Plutus Foundation.
Want to say hello to everybody watching on lots of channels or maybe tuning in later. We're live on YouTube on both the Plutus Foundation and the Stacky Benjamin stream. We're live on like 4 different Facebook pages. We're live on a couple different Twitter streams. So wherever you're at, thanks for joining in the chat. And we've got all kinds of people saying hello. We've got a Dividend Gypsy saying hello. Stephanie from the Plutus Foundation asking who's tuning live. If you want to say hi to us while we go, our good friend Rob Phelan is here. And we also have Mel Mott here, among others. So be sure to say hi in the chat wherever you're at. But we got one more thing that I want to talk about ahead of time, and that is for people who are new to the Plutus Awards, they might not see, Miranda, their favorite brand, which might be, by the way, because that brand has won before. So we should explain that. That now that we're on year 13, there's a lot of brands out there doing great work, but this is a way, and you said it earlier, to introduce people to new voices. So talk about that for a second, if you don't mind.
Yeah, so one of the things that we have done, that we implemented as we were going along, is that we do try and spread the love a little bit when we're doing our Plutus Awards. And so the panel, when they're looking at it, we do say, hey, if somebody has won twice in any category, we try not to have them in that category again as a finalist or as a winner. And actually, many of them become trophy sponsors. I was one of those. After winning a couple of Plutus Awards, I went ahead and turned around and decided to be a trophy sponsor in that category. And you can do that too. We have plenty of categories that still need trophy sponsors. So if you want to be a trophy sponsor, make sure you reach out. You can find information on PlutusAwards.com on how you can be a trophy sponsor. But yes, that's one of the things that we do, is so that we can continue to elevate new voices in the community and highlight new voices in the community. We do kind of have an expiration date on how many times you can win a Plutus Award.
We also have some fantastic new host of the Plutus Awards this year. I was excited to see these guys. I love them.
Yeah, so the debt-free guys are John and David. They are going to be our MCs this year for the Plutus Awards. Super excited to have them hosting. They have some really fun skits planned for us. They've got some great entertainment planned for us. I have been watching them as they develop their ideas, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Nice. And these will be live again at FinCon.
Yes, the Plutus Awards will be live at FinCon on September 9th. September 9th.
I was just thinking about that. I'm like, we should have written the date down just now, but that's it. Yeah.
I'm consumed right now. I'm super consumed right now with with the panel and everything else and some of our other events. And oh, see, and there's David right now saying hello.
Yes. I think
So,
no, I think he just found out that he's hosting the Plutus Awards. David, I don't know if you know this, but you're hosting the Plutus Awards.
John has dragged you into yet another conflagration.
That's right. Yeah. All right. I know that people are screaming at their device right now, Miranda. They're like, just get to it. Come on, tell us who the finalists are. So you ready to do this?
Sure. Let's
Here
do
we
this.
go.
Make it
I
happen.
will I will announce the category and Miranda will give us the finalists. So we're going to start off with the finalist in best financial independence or retirement early content. Finalists are
Yeah, so in this category, which is sponsored by Side Hustle Nation, so presented by Side Hustle Nation, we have Delianne, the Money Coach, I Am Land Shark, Our Rich Journey, Radical Fire, Rich Frugal Life, Talkan, and Trip of a Lifestyle. Now, I think it's important to note as well when we have all of these when we have these listed, we switched formats to do content rather than everything divided up by blog or podcast or video channel, because there's so much going on now in the world of content creation. So we have a nice mix here of people on Instagram, on Twitter, with their blogs, with their videos, and with podcasts. So it's a lot of different types of content up here. So it's really kind of cool to see.
Yeah, truly is less about what type of thing you're doing, is just meeting your audience where they are and people all over the place. Our next category, best financial literacy content for children.
Yeah, so this one is presented by the College Investor. So thank you to the College Investor. And we have Easy Peasy Finance, Financial Garden, Financialism. I always do that wrong. Financialism. The M is for Money Book, and Ty Allen Jackson.
Next up on our list, the third Plutus finalist is best personal finance content for women.
This is best personal finance content for women. This one is presented by Clever Girl Finance. We have the Ambition Bulletin by Stephanie O'Connell Rodriguez, Bitches Get Riches, Budget Girl, Her First 100K on TikTok, Her Money with Jean Chatsky, The Budgetnista, and the Clever Girls Know podcast.
Which brings us to best entrepreneurship or side hustle content.
Now, this one is presented by Well Kept Wallet. In this one, we have Arts and Budgets, Bitch I'm Budgeting, My Money Chronicles, Side Hustle Pro, and Yo Quiero Dinero podcast.
Best debt freedom content.
So in this category, we have Better Wallet, Debt Free Gonna Be, Millennial in Debt, The Avocado Toast Budget, and The Broke Black Girl.
I just love some of these names. I mean, the second that avocado toast became a thing.
Right?
Yes. The most entertaining personal finance content creator.
Well, we've got Amanda Holden, who is also sometimes known as Dumpster Doggy. Debt Trippin'. We got Joe Saul-Sehy from Stacking Benjamins. How'd that guy get in here?
I don't know.
Bravely Go, Cara Perez. And we have Melissa from Millennial in Debt.
Best freelancer contributor in the personal finance media.
So this is my favorite category. This is the one I sponsor. This is my trophy sponsorship. And also I want to say hi to Kevin, who is my guy who helps and make sure I show up on the day of the Plutus Awards and make sure I eat. So thanks for popping up here, Kevin. But yeah, so in this category, we have Lee Huffman, Emily Guy Birkin, Eric Rosenberg, Family Money Adventure. That's Kevin Payne, Jackie Lamb, Athena Lent, and Mariah Chase.
I saw Athena and Kevin said hello on different channels, hanging out with us today. Next up is the best Canadian finance content.
So this is from the finalists here are Handful of Thoughts, Modern Family, Money After Graduation, Squawk Fox, and Talkan.
Next up, we have best investment content.
So for best investment content, we have Dumpster Dog Blog. She's got some great videos. That's Amanda Holden. We have Bridgie Casey. We have Building Bread, Earn and Invest, Investing Latina, Money for the Rest of Us, and The Ivy Investor.
If you just tuned in to us, you are hearing the finalist for this year's Plutus Awards. It's the 13th annual Plutus Awards, sponsored by Capital Group. And we are, I think, almost halfway through with our finalist list, finding out your favorite brands. Yeah, we were maybe close-ish. Our next list of finalists is for best personal finance content for underserved communities.
Right. And in this category, we have Hey Berna, Homo Money, Miss Be Helpful, Mom Autism Money, Money Talk with Tiff, The Broke Black Girl, and Yo Quiero Dinero.
Best new personal finance book.
Oh, this is a fun one. We had so many great books come out this year by members of our community, so I am super excited for this one. We have Cashing Out by Julian and Kirsten Saunders. We have Financial First Aid by Alyssa Davies, Gen Z Money Sense by Ella Gupta, Launching Financial Grownups by Bobby Rebel, and we have Stacked by Joe Saul-Sehy and Emily Guy Birkin.
Which brings us to... Okay, I cannot forward the screen. This is what I love about
technology.
This is what I love about live stuff. Let's see if I can get this back up and go get it back. I have no idea what just happened, but man, is it gone.
Well, in the meantime, while you're working on that, maybe I'll talk a little bit about how we end up getting to this finalist position. How do we end up with finalists?
Please.
So one of the things that we do at the when we're doing the Plutus Awards and we're figuring out these finalists is we have a public nomination period. And two jokes in one stream. So we have a public nomination period where folks can nominate their favorite projects. Creators can submit their projects for consideration. And so we have this period where folks are submitting their projects, where people are nominating their projects. And once we get that going, we have this period, and then we collect all of the nominations, and then we have our panel look at them. Now, our Plutus Awards panel is open to anybody in the community who wants to be involved. Every year, sometime around March or April, we put out the call, and you can apply to be on the Plutus Awards panel. This is a great community show that allows folks the chance to really give back to their community and to move forward. And to just recognize their peers, which is a really fun thing to be doing. So anyway, once we get that done, once we collect the nominations and the entries, we go ahead and we put together a list for the panelists to look at, and they narrow that down to their 5 choices. And the panelists go through and they look at these projects, they look at the content, and if they feel like somebody's missing, the panelists can actually suggest a project for consideration and to be added. And in years past, some of our winners have actually been people who have been added by members of the panel for consideration. And so it's a really great, once again, this is a really great community. Oh no, what's behind? oh my, what is behind my shoulder? What is this bag behind?
Oh.
This is what John wants to know. John wants to know, what is this bag? It looks familiar, perhaps, because, hello.
Yep, you got to show the logo. There it is.
We also give swag bags out to our winners. So if you're one of the winners, then and you're with us in Orlando, you can receive a swag. Well, I'm going to have to put it back because it looks very messy. Without it there we go. That's better. Anyway, hey, we've got it working again. All right, Joe, miracle worker.
I just gotta remember, Miranda, not to press that thing. Just don't do it. It's all right. We ready for the next one?
Let's do the next one. Oh, you
Next
skipped
up, best new personal finance video channel.
So best new finance video channel, we have Bobby Rebel on TikTok, Foolproof Financial Freedom on YouTube, V Frugal Fox on TikTok, My Wall Street on TikTok, and Frugal on TikTok. TikTok's the big video thing this year, isn't it?
TikTok is the big video thing. You saw Instagram just try to change things up to try to take back some of their lunch that TikTok has taken. So TikTok, the place to be, apparently. I don't dance well, so I struggle with TikTok. My TikTok game's not that good. But
if you'd like to see some cringe, my TikTok is fully available. It's terrible. It's terrible.
Best military personal finance content.
So best military personal finance contact, active duty, passive income, Her Money Moves, Holding Down the Fort, Kate Horrell, and Lacey Langford.
Military Money Show. Best frugal travel or travel hacking content.
This is Bald Thoughts at Boarding Area, Flynanced, Geek Streamers, GeoBreeze Travel, Money We Have, 1 Mile at a Time, and Prince of Travel.
Before we move on, Miranda, how often do these change? How often do the categories change?
Yeah, so every year, one of the very first things that the panelists do is decide which categories should be included for the Plutus Awards. So that's the very first thing they do. They introduce themselves, and then I say, do we want to keep these categories? And so they kind of switch out a little bit every year as the panel looks at it and sees, okay, what are the trends in the community? What aspects of the community need a little more representation, and then the categories kind of come in and out. And we actually had this best frugal travel or travel hacking content category a few years ago, but after a couple times, the panel decided, okay, it doesn't really apply. We're going to kind of pull back a little bit. But this year, the panelists got on and said, hey, we want to bring it back. We want to have this category. So here it is. And so that's one of the great things, again, about having a great community award show is that we can continue to adapt and change along with the community.
And I got to tell you, just having, book some more travel, like the price of travel, like everything else, has gone up so much that we've got some great resources here, like we do in the other areas anyway.
Exactly.
Best college planning and student loan content.
Yes, so this is actually a trophy sponsored by Student Loan Planner. So thank you, Student Loan Planner. And this is the best college planning and student loans content. We have College Info Geek, College Life Made Easy, College Money Smart, Money and Mental Peace, and Money Wise Lawyer.
Best real estate content.
So this year for best real estate content, our finalists are Coach Carson, Live with Plum, The Frugal Gay on Instagram, Real Wealth Show podcast, and the RE Tipster on YouTube.
Best international or expat personal finance content.
So for this category, our finalists are Be Clever with Your Cash, Jordan Cox, Mrs. Mummy Penny, Our Rich Journey, US Expat Investing, The Frugal Expat, and Wander Onwards.
Best traditional retirement content.
That's right. There are still people retiring the traditional way. It's not just all fire people out there. In this category, we have Can I Retire Yet? Money for the Rest of Us, New Retirement, The Retirement Manifesto, and Think, Save, Retire.
Best family or couples personal finance content.
And this one is presented by FamZoo. We have All Options Considered, Chief Mom Officer, Family Money Adventure, Money Day Podcast, and the Money Dad Podcast.
It's Money Dad Podcast, yeah.
Money Dad Podcast, and the Phi Couple.
Every day is Money Day when you're dad, or it's lack of Money Day, or come hit me up for Money Day. Like it's one.
Right? My dad used to be like, you only love me because I'm the money tree.
That's right. Bankadad.com. Best use of social media for personal finance topics.
So on this one, we have Building Bread on Twitter, Debt Free Gonna Be on Instagram, Delianne the Money Coach on Instagram, Millennial in Debt on Instagram, Mixed Up Money on Instagram, Rich by Intention on
Wow.
Instagram, and Yo Quiero Dinero on Instagram.
Who knew? Which,
We got Kevin out there representing on Twitter for us.
so we had TikTok earlier and now it's all Instagram.
I know, and we've been, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see in the next few years how the panel decides to address best use of social media, because pretty much everything's social media now. So it'll be interesting to see how the panel does this moving forward.
Yeah, it's funny, for a lot of people, social media is not social media anymore. It's their prime place of business. I mean, this is where they create their cool stuff. The Community Builder Award.
So on this one, we have Yanis Torres Rodriguez from Yo Quiero podcast, Josh Overmeyer, Kevin Matthews from Building Bread, Pete McPherson from Do You Even Blog, Tori Dunlap from Her First 100K, and V Weir from V Frugal Fox.
And I think we have Miranda Marquit as well on there. I think we do. I'm seeing it on the screen. I always forget I gotta point the opposite way. It's over. Whoops, it's over there. Yes.
Hey, whatever.
Yes. Best current events coverage related to personal finance.
So in this category, we have Bitches Get Riches, Building Bread, Family Finance Mom, Stacking Benjamins, and Women PF, Women's Personal Finance.
On Twitter. Here we go into, they say you shouldn't have a favorite category. As a guy who's traditionally a podcaster, I love this one. New voices in personal finance. This is Best New Personal Finance Podcast.
Yeah, and this one is presented by Steve Stewart, everybody's favorite podcast editor. And
the amazing Steve Stewart.
The amazing Steve Stewart. In this category, our finalists are Financial Feminist, Mom Autism Money, Profit on the Margins, Rich by Intention, and the Wealth Saver Podcast.
It was so exciting. I love the new voices in podcasting, as I also like the new voices in blogging. Best New Personal Finance Blog.
So this one is presented by Wallet Hacks, and the finalists are Too Ambitious, the Too Ambitious Bulletin by Stephanie O'Connell Rodriguez, Anders Skarsberg, CFP, Cult of Money, Homo Money, and Lazy Fi Dad.
Best Personal Finance Content Series.
So this is a series of content, so kind of a self-contained series or ongoing categories that people tend to go back to. So with this one, we have the Choose FI Foundation Pre-K through 12 curriculum. We have the Extraordinary Life on an Ordinary Income. We have Federal Employee Guides from GovFi Worker. We have Invest for Independence from Delianne the Money Coach. And we have Money on the Table by Rich and Regular.
And now we are up to the final three, I believe. Yeah. Video Channel of the Year.
So for Video Channel of the Year, we have Building Bread on Instagram Reels. We have Debt Free Gonna Be on Instagram Reels. We have I Like to Dabble on TikTok. We have Investing Latina on Instagram Reels. Let's Talk Money on YouTube. Minority Mindset on YouTube. Miss Be Helpful on Instagram Reels. The College Investor on TikTok. Wealth Hacker on YouTube. And Well Behaved Wallet on YouTube.
Podcast of the Year.
Okay, we've got the Money Podcast from Bigger Pockets. We have the Brown Ambition Podcast. We have Financial Feminist Podcast. We have Her Dinero Matters Podcast. We have Her Money with Jean Chatzky. Michelle is Money Hungry. Money for the Rest of Us. Redefining Wealth with Patrice Washington. This is Awkward. And Yo Quiero Dinero.
And last but not least, Blog of the Year.
Blog of the Year. We have All Options Considered, A Purple Life, The Best Interest, Clever Girl Finance, His and Her Money, I Like to Dabble, Marriage, Kids, and Money, Money Smart Latina, and The College Investor.
That concludes our presentation of the finalist of the 13th, I can't believe it's 13th annual already, Plutus Awards. Miranda, I can't lose more hair, but I don't know who's going to win this thing. These look great.
Yeah, I mean, I think no matter who wins, we all do.
We actually all do. And thank you, by the way, to all the creators out there putting out great stuff. And I know every year how difficult it is for the panel to choose, to think about, to ponder. I've been in a lot of those discussions, and this is difficult every year. And even if you weren't somebody who this year was a finalist, just the wealth of information we have is so exciting. The wealth of people out there creating is just, it's always great to see.
And I do have to say, we're not done yet. There is one more award.
But wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more. We do have a People's Choice Award, which is our pure popularity play, everybody. This is your pure popularity play. You can go to PlutusAwards.com and you can still vote for somebody for People's Choice.
That's right.
That People's Choice voting is open usually until about 3 days before the actual award ceremony. So we'll be doing that into September. So you've got about a month right now. So if you want to get in there and you want to get some folks going for, yes, nominate, PlutusAwards.com/nominate, head on in there. You can still try and get your favorite project in for People's Choice, which is really fun, which is really great. And so it's very exciting that it's still going. And we will be posting on our social media. We'll be posting leaderboards probably starting, I'd like to say next week, but I'm in the middle of a move, which is why I'm in a hotel room. but keep it going. Go over to PlutusAwards.com/nominate. And you can nominate your favorite projects for your content creator projects for People's Choice. So get on over there, keep voting. The voting's still open for People's Choice. So keep that going. And then make sure you join us to find out who is the winner when we go to FinCon on September 9th with the Plutus Awards ceremony presented by our great partner, Capital Group.
And there's a lot more in the run up to the Plutus Awards. First of all, make sure that you follow or subscribe wherever you're watching us now. If you're on YouTube, hit the button and you'll know when there's brand new stuff coming out when it comes to the Plutus Awards. And also, I know on Stacking Benjamins, as usual, we're not only going to replay this, but coming up very shortly, I'm going to try to have it ready by Sunday. We have a crack panel like we do every year that's going to talk about the what excites them, about some of these names, about some of these categories, and we kind of mix it up a little bit. So watch out for that. And of course, like you said earlier, Miranda, we also have the People's Choice until almost the very end. So vote early and often for People's Choice. All right. And Athena says that panel sounds cool, and partly because Athena's on it. So it's awesome. All right. Anything else we got, Miranda?
Nope. I think that's about it. Just remember to vote.
She's Miranda. I'm Joe. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see everybody hopefully at FinCon September 9th.